Hey, so this is Dishant from Unica University Common Application. I recommend you to watch AAU television.
AAU TV is the place to be for every person in higher education in Africa. Better be there or be nowhere.
Continuez de regarder la télé et surtout sur le AAU.
Keep watching it and it will change the way you interact with higher education on the continent. AAU, great job.
Thank you for tuning in to the AAU TV Midweek News, coming to you live from the headquarters of the Association of African Universities. My name is Mamiukwa Utakwa Nyame, and now to our top stories. In higher education, university introduces traffic light system for AI use in coursework. In health experts warn of rising oral sex risk in Ghana. In business, Middle East war raises economic concerns in Africa. And international U.S. strikes Iran's key oil hub as crude oil prices surpasses $100. Please stay with us for more news in detail after this short break. We'll be right back. And our higher education leaders are emphasizing that building excellence in universities requires strong governance, purposeful leadership, and responsible expansion of academic programs. Drawing from experiences at the University of Mauritius and the Unicity International Education Hub in Mauritius, the discussion highlights how institutions can balance increasing access to education while maintaining quality standards. The perspective also stresses the importance of preparing graduates who are not only employable but capable of addressing global challenges, while encouraging universities across Africa to strengthen leadership, partnerships, and innovation to support sustainable development.
Experiences from the University of Mauritius highlight the importance of balancing wider access to education with maintaining academic quality. University leaders say expansion in student numbers must be supported with adequate investment in infrastructure, teaching staff, and research capacity. They explain that without these safeguards, rapid growth can weaken the standards universities are expected to uphold. At the same time, higher education institutions are being encouraged to focus less on global rankings and more on meaningful impacts. Experts note that strong research culture, effective teaching, and institutional integrity remain the foundations of sustainable academic excellence. Meanwhile, initiatives at the Unicity International Education Hub are demonstrating how international partnerships can help universities respond to regional needs. Through collaboration with global institutions, the hub is helping train professionals in fields such as engineering, artificial intelligence, and healthcare. Education leaders say universities must also go beyond producing graduates who are only ready for the job market. They emphasize they need to prepare world-ready graduates equipped with knowledge, ethical judgment, and the ability to navigate complex global challenges. Across Africa, universities are increasingly recognized not only as centers of learning, but also as drivers of innovation, social mobility, and sustainable development.
And meanwhile, higher education provider Stadia has introduced a new framework to guide the use of artificial intelligence in student coursework. The system categorizes assignments into 3 levels: red, amber, and green, indicating when AI is prohibited, optional, or required. The initiative, announced as part of the institution's evolving teaching strategy, aims to prepare students for AI-driven workplace while maintaining academic integrity. Education leaders say the approach allows students to develop critical thinking and ethical AI skills while learning how and when to use the technology responsibly.
A higher education institution is taking a new approach to the use of artificial intelligence in the classroom. Stadio has introduced a traffic light framework to design how students use AI in their coursework. Under the system, every assignment is labeled red, amber, or green. Red assignments mean artificial intelligence is not permitted. These tasks are designed to help students build independent skills such as critical thinking, communication, and problem solving. Amber assignments allow students to decide whether or not to use AI tools. This could include using the technology for brainstorming ideas or editing written work. Green assignments, however, require students to use artificial intelligence. The aim is to help students practice applying AI in professional contexts, such as generating ideas or completing repetitive tasks more efficiently. Dr. Yolanda Mokel, head of instructional design at Stadio, explained that higher education institutions should not fear artificial intelligence. She stated that AI is already transforming how people live and work. She added that universities have a responsibility to ensure students graduate ready for that reality. Dr. Mokel also emphasized that AI skills are becoming as essential as reading, writing, and numeracy. According to the institution, the goal is to help students learn not only how to use artificial intelligence, but also when to use it and how to apply it responsibly. Education leaders say the approach will prepare graduates to work effectively with AI while maintaining academic integrity and ethical standards.
And now in health, higher health experts in Ghana are warning the public about the risk of oral diseases and certain cancers as the country marks the World Oral Health Day. The warning was issued during a public lecture held on March 13, 2026 at the Kintampo Municipal Hospital, organized by the Oral Health Professionals Association of Ghana in collaboration with the Oral Health Student Association of Ghana. Health professionals say infections such as the human papillomavirus can spread through oral sexual contact and may lead to throat or cervical cancer. The campaign also aims to address poor and oral hygiene practices in the country, as more than 85% of Ghanaians are reported to have never visited a dentist.
Health experts are urging Ghanaians to pay closer attention to their oral health as the country marks World Oral Health Day. The call was made during a public lecture held at the Kintampo Municipal Hospital at the Bono East region and organized by the Oral Health Professional Association of Ghana in collaboration with the Oral Health Students Association of Ghana. Health professionals say certain infections, including the human papillomavirus, can be transmitted through oral sexual contact and may increase the risk of throat and cervical cancers. President of the Oral Health Professionals Association of Ghana, Shaibu Isifu, cautioned that neglecting oral health could have serious consequences. He explained that infections such as the human papillomavirus, which is associated to cervical cancer, could also contribute to throat cancer when transmitted through oral sexual activity. He advised that individuals should undergo proper health screening before engaging in such practices to reduce the risk of infection. Mr. Isifu also noted that many Ghanaians are unaware of proper oral hygiene practices. He stated that brushing teeth twice daily, in the morning and evening, is essential for maintaining healthy teeth. He further explained that using soft toothbrushes is recommended, as hard brushes can damage the teeth and gums. Medical Superintendent of the hospital, Anthony Chum, described the country's oral health statistics as worrying. He urged the public to brush their teeth regularly and visit the dentist at least twice a year. Mr. Chum added that proper oral hygiene and regular dental checkups are essential to preventing many oral health-related diseases.
Please stick with us for news and discovery after the short break. We'll be right back.
Hello Africa is your live breakfast show delivering informative, entertaining, and energizing start to your day.
Our expert reviews break down the headlines and help you make sense of today's news.
We bring you nothing but the most interesting highlights on our top African stories.
Plus lifestyle features, inspiring interviews, and the best on the continent.
Every episode is packed with stories that inform, inspire, and celebrate the spirit of the continent.
Catch us live every Monday at 9 a.m.
And be part of the conversation on our social media platforms.
Hello, Africa, bringing the continent to your morning.
You're welcome back from the break, and now in Discovery. The Ministry of Communication, Digital Technology and Innovation has launched a new digital system to regulate courier and delivery services in Ghana. The platform, known as ICOMS GH, was introduced on March 12 in Accra to improve oversight of rapidly growing delivery sector. Officials say the initiative aims to address regulatory gaps caused by the expansion of e-commerce and home delivery services. The system enables courier companies and independent riders to register online, renew licenses, and verify complaints digitally, while allowing consumers to check the legitimacy of delivery providers before using their services.
The government of Ghana has launched a new digital platform to regulate the country's growing courier and delivery industry. Officials say the system, known as ICOMS GH, is designed to strengthen oversight of courier companies and independent delivery operators. The Minister of Communication, Digital Technology and Innovation, Honorable Samuel Nate George, explained that the sector has grown rapidly in recent years as online shopping and home delivery services reshape consumer behavior, particularly in major cities. Under the new system, courier companies and delivery workers will be able to complete licensing process entirely online. Operators can register digitally, renew their licenses, and verify regulatory compliances through the platform. Honorable Samuel Nate George says the system is also connected to existing natural digital infrastructure, allowing regulators to link their public database and improve transparency across the sector. Officials note that the rapid growth of e-commerce has created regulatory challenges, including the presence of unregistered operators and limited administrative oversight. They say the new platform is intended to modernize regulation while strengthening consumer protection and transaction security. Consumers will also be able to verify the regulatory status of delivery providers in real time before completing transactions. Regulators say the platform will help monitor the development of delivery markets, which analysts project could reach $2.4 billion by 2030. Authorities have opened a transition period for operators to regularize their status before stricter nationwide enforcement begins.
And now in sports, global football governing body FIFA and rulemaking authority, the International Football Association Board, have approved new rule changes that will take effect at the 2026 FIFA World Cup. The decisions were made during IFAB's annual meeting in Hensel. The tournament will be hosted by the United States, Canada, and Mexico from June 11 to July 19, 2025. The changes aim to speed up the game, reduce time wasting, and improve refereeing consistency through updated rules on advantage decisions, substitutions, injuries, and expanded powers for the video assistant referee system.
Global football authorities have approved several rule changes ahead of the 2026 FIFA World Cup. The decisions were announced by FIFA and the International Football Association Board following their annual meeting in Hensel. Officials say the changes are designed to make football matches faster, fairer, and more consistent across the competitions. One of the key adjustments concerns disciplinary action after referees play advantage. Under the new rule, a player will no longer automatically receive a yellow card if a goal is scored after the referee allows play to continue following a foul. Referees will also introduce a 5-second countdown to discourage time wasting during throw-ins and goal kicks. If the ball is not put back into play within that time, possession will be awarded to the opposing team. The updated rules also tighten substitutions and injury procedures. Players who are substituted will be required to leave the pitch within 10 seconds. Failure to do so could delay the entry of their replacements. Players who stop play due to injury will also be required to remain off the field for at least 1 minute after the match resumes. The video assistant referee system, known as VAR, will also have expanded authority. Officials will now be able to review clear errors involving second yellow cards and wrongly awarded corner kicks. The updated laws of the game will come into force on July 1st ahead of the World Cup tournament, which will be hosted by the United States, Canada, and Mexico in 2026.
In entertainment, organizers of the Telecel Ghana Music Awards have officially unveiled the nominees for the 27th edition of the prestigious Music Awards. The announcement was made on Saturday through a day-long reveal organized by Charterhouse Ghana, with events held at the Palms Convention Center at the La Palm Beach Hotel. The award ceremony is scheduled for May 9, 2026 and will recognize outstanding music released between January 1 and December 31, 2025. Organizers say the nominations highlights the growing influence of Ghana's music industry and sets the stage for intense competition across several categories.
The award season for the Telecel Ghana Music Awards has officially begun. Organizers Charterhouse Ghana have unveiled the nominees for the 27th edition of the awards during a day-long announcement on Saturday. The review started at 11 in the morning with hourly category announcements across the award social media platforms. The process concluded with a special nominees announcement show broadcast on TV later in the evening. Industry stakeholders also gathered at the Palms Convention Center at the La Palm Beach Hotel for a final unveiling event. Among the categories generating strong interest is Best Afrobeat and Afropop Artist of the Year. The nominees include Kitty, Wendy Shea, Kojo Black, Olive the Boy, Jackie, and Molly. The Best Hip Life Song category also features strong competition, including the song Shoulder by Medical featuring Shatawale and B-Strap KOTM. Organizers say all nominations recognize music released between January 1st and December 31st, 2025, following a submission and vetting process by the Awards Board and Selection Committee. The awards ceremony is scheduled for May 9, 2026. Produced by Charterhouse, the Telecel Ghana Music Awards has grown over the years into one of the most influential music recognition platforms in West Africa.
Global oil prices have surged above $100 per barrel this week as the ongoing war in the Middle East disrupts shipping through the Strait of Hormuz and damages energy facilities in the Gulf. The price increase, driven by escalating strikes involving United States, Israel, and Iran, is affecting economies across Africa. Energy regulators warn that sustained shortages could reduce continental economic growth, while households are already facing rising fuel and food prices. Governments are considering rationing, subsidies, and long-term investment in alternative energy to cushion the impact.
The surge in oil prices, which is now over $100 per barrel, follows disruptions to shipping routes through the Strait of Hormuz amid the ongoing war involving the United States, Israel, and Iran. Energy facilities in the Gulf have also come under attack, raising fears of prolonged supply constraints. A top regional energy regulator warns that continuous shortage could reduce economic growth access across Africa by the 3 percentage points. Gregory Ayori, Chief Executive Officer of the Regional Association of Energy Regulators for Eastern and Southern Africa, says there is growing concerns across the continent. He notes that many African countries hold fuel reserves for only 15 to 25 days, far below the international recommended 90-day benchmark. In Nigeria, despite being the oil-producing nation, fuel prices have risen sharply in recent days. Consumers say the prices are already affecting transport, food prices, and household budgets. Market traders are advising citizens to prepare for further price hikes by stocking essential foods where possible. Experts explain that higher oil prices have a ripple effect on economies. They increase freight costs, raise production expenses for businesses, and ultimately push up inflation. Governments are being urged to consider temporary fuel rationing and targeted subsidies to ease the burden on households, though analysts caution that such measures may only be short-term solutions. Energy officials are also calling for greater investment in alternative energy sources, including hydrogen, methanol, and electric mobility, to reduce dependency on oil. As the conflict enters its 18th day, strike continues across the region, keeping global energy markets under pressure and heightening economic uncertainty worldwide.
The government of the United States has launched large-scale strikes on Iran's main oil export terminal at Hag Island amid the ongoing war with Iran. The operation, carried out on Friday night, comes as global crude prices have surged above $100 per barrel due to disruptions in the Strait of Hormuz. At the same time, U.S. authorities announced measures to boost domestic oil production off the coast of California. Officials say the combined actions aim to pressure Iran while stabilizing energy supply, though analysts warn the conflict is causing the largest oil supply disruptions in recorded market history.
U.S. forces carried out large-scale strikes on Iran's main crude export terminal at Hag Island on Friday night. Military officials say more than 90 targets were destroyed, including naval mine storage sites and missile facilities, while claiming that all infrastructure was preserved. Hag Island handles the vast majority of Iran's crude exports and is a crucial source of national revenue. U.S. President Donald Trump stated in a public message that he had chosen not to destroy the island's oil facilities at this stage. However, he warned that continuing interference with shipping through the Strait of Hormuz could lead to further action. Iran's foreign minister responded that Tehran would retaliate against any energy infrastructure linked to the United States if its own facilities were attacked. In a separate move, Trump signed an executive order directing energy officials to restart offshore oil production off the coast of California. The decision targets operations capable of producing tens of thousands of barrels per day in an effort to reduce reliance on foreign crude imports. California's governor has criticized the move, arguing that it faces legal obstacles and court restrictions. Meanwhile, Brent crude futures closed above $100 for a second consecutive day, rising sharply since the conflict began. Analysts say that although the new production in California could add supply, it is unlikely to offset the disruption caused by the Strait of Hormuz, through which a significant portion of the world's oil normally passes. The conflict continues to trigger global economic uncertainty, with energy markets remaining under pressure as tensions persist across the region.
That is all for the news, and now let's take a quick recap of our headlines. In higher education, university introduces traffic light system for AI use in coursework. In health experts warn of rising oral health risk in Ghana. In business, Middle East war raises economic concerns in Africa. And in international, U.S. strikes Iran's key oil hub as crude prices surpasses $100. And now thank you for sticking with us on the AAU TV Midweek News. Get interactive with us on our dedicated news portals and platforms via Association of African Universities on YouTube and on Facebook. My name is Midweek. Do have a lovely week.